Hello dear students. Today the entire country and the whole of the world is in a state of mourning because of the things that transpired yesterday. A terrorist attack that happened in Pahalgam of Jammu Kashmir has come into the limelight today. The official statement is there are deaths of about 26 innocent civilians. The responsibility is being claimed by a organization called as the Resistance Front, which is a sister organization of LET, which is the Lashkar-e-Toiba, whose objective is a Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Recently, the Foreign Affairs Minister of Pakistan gave out a statement telling that Pakistan is nowhere related to this terrorist attack, which is true in a sense. The government of Pakistan is oblivious to the things that the military does. The attack is a brainchild of the Pakistani military, to be more specific, the ISI. So, and please don't be fooled by the name Resistance Front. These people are not resisting anything. They do not care about the public of Kashmir or the religion in itself. Their main objective is only to strike fear and terror in the hearts of Indians. Now let me give you a detailed idea of how this terrorist attack occurred. 2 days prior to this attack, the security agencies received a report, an intelligence report that suggested a possible and imminent terrorist attack in the region with the use of IED, a remotely detonated bomb. So upon hearing this news, the security forces bolstered their security around places where people congregate in masses and critical infrastructure such as railways, roads and etc. But to the surprise of everyone, the terrorist attack did occur, but not in such places, but at a remote resort where people usually come to enjoy their vacations. This region where the terror incident occurred is touted as the second Switzerland of the world. See, it is a remote location, no access of road. The best way to get to this place is either by trekking to it or through ponies. A remote location which had all fun activities for its residents. There were games, a lot of catering of food, and a lot of people had come to this resort to enjoy their afternoon, soaking into the beauty of all the hills surrounded and enjoying the atmosphere. At around 2:30 in the afternoon, 6 militants, 4 militants with M4 American made guns and AK-47 along with 2 local assisters came to this place and they cornered off a region. Upon hearing the bullet shots fired, the rest of the population ran away and the people who were about to enter this region were also stopped here itself. To the people who were cornered over in this region by the terrorists asked them for their religious identity, asked few of them to recite a verse and indiscriminately started. In the initial stages they fired slowly, then later they started a indiscriminate firing around the people. What is more shocking is women and children were left, only the men were shot out. Now you might be thinking this is a chivalrous act of leaving women and children away, so the Resistance Front has a ulterior objective. They are fighting for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, they are fighting for the religion. This is completely wrong. The objective of these non-state actors is to strike terror in the hearts of people. The reason why they left women and children was so that these women and children could recite and recount the activities that transpired here. The terrorists entering, asking them for the religious identity, making them say certain verses and firing. The objective of these militants was to spread whatever transpired here in the form of stories to the entire India and to the world. Now looking at this, you can draw 2 important conclusions. First is, these terrorists are trying to promote Islamophobia within the country. As we know, the country is already divided because of the recent passed Waqf bill. These activities that transpired here will fan the flames of communalism in India. And the second most important thing is tourist. Till now, the terrorists only attacked critical security infrastructures or people on yatras. But it is the first time we are seeing an indiscriminate attack on tourists. Now, here the thinking of the organization is clear. They do not want tourists in Kashmir. See, since the abrogation of Article 370 and the easement of the financial situation in Jammu and Kashmir, a lot of money flowed into Kashmir via investments. A lot of new investments came into Kashmir. Even Saudi signed a memorandum of understanding to build a mall within Srinagar. So, the Kashmir was set in a path of economic growth and development, which is a main concern for these organizations. These terrorist organizations do not like the growth and development of a region, because as long as there is growth and development, they do not get fodder or the raw materials required for their activities. See, when we are in a state of destitute, when there is no money, people are easily trapped by these organizations with the lure of money or ideology. So, it is a clear sign that these organizations do not want the economic prosperity of Jammu and Kashmir. Now next, any terrorist organization has a simple structure. First, we have the base, which is the militants. These are simple-minded citizens who are brainwashed, who are trigger happy essentially, who like to cause commotion and like to strike fear in the hearts of people. This is the root of the terrorist organization. The head of the terrorist organization is the intellectuals. These intellectuals, people who are well versed in political science, who have a better understanding of society, your university lecturers, etc. These people, they are not comfortable with guns in their hand. They rather prefer the weapon of pen and mouth. Through their words and through their writings, they influence these militants to do their dirty bidding. Now, and these group is in all of, say, India completely demolished the Pakistani army. In a sense, we fought 3 wars, and in all those 3 wars, Pakistan had no glimmer of hope of a victory. So, after these events, Pakistan understood that an all-out war with India is impossible to win. Therefore, they came up with a new strategy of bleeding India by 1,000 cuts. According to this, under this scheme, they created a lot of terrorist organizations. They trained them, they gave the necessary military support, and they groomed these terrorist organizations to disrupt India from within. Now, as we all know, Pakistani military, or to be specific, the ISI. ISI is the organization that is instigating these terrorist organization, and in turn they are getting their job done. So, after looking at this structure, we mostly concentrate on eliminating the terrorist. We want to get rid of the field. But you might be knowing how many ever times you cut the tail of a lizard, it will again regrow. So, by such acts of terrorism and sowing the seeds of communal disharmony within the country, if we clear these militants, another set of militants will replace them. The only sure shot way of eliminating terrorism is by eliminating this intellectual class that brainwashes these militants. So this could be a probable solution. Now what we should do as a country is, we should not be struck by fear. See, anyone who is planning to go to Kashmir in the next few days, please be free, don't be scared, because this is once in a decade. It is very difficult for militants to enter and do such activities, because the security is always on a high alert in this region. And people who have invested in Kashmir, please rest assured, there is no problem to your investments, all the money is safe. And I personally request all of you to lay off the Islamophobia, because if we give in to the Islamophobia, it will have further repercussions for our country, and we might see a state of disharmony within the country. Thank you so much.